What's up? This is the Mike and V Bodybuilding Show. This is Mike. I'm V, episode 33 at the Mecca.
MetroFlex, baby, we're back in the house. It's been a minute since we've been back here, but God, it feels good to be home.
It sure does. And you mentioned MetroFlex, and no, you mentioned MetroFlex. Come down to MetroFlex, say the Mike and V Bodybuilding Show, and
it's been a minute. Again, come on down, guys. Mention the Mike and V Bodybuilding Show. You get the workout for free. If not, it costs you $5. Come on down, Bell Road in the 17.
Wow.
We got a special guest.
Well, they're all special.
This one
is extra special.
Erika
Terwilliger. Okay, we're gonna get that name right. It's Erika Terwilliger.
In the house.
In the house tonight, the MetroFlex, the Mecca.
Champion.
She's a bodybuilding champion in figure.
Recently,
got one first in her Class C in figure, and she's gonna hit the national stage. We're gonna find out more about her, the what, who, when, where, when, why, how she got into figure and all that.
What's up, guys?
Erika, without further ado,
welcome in.
what's up, champ? Okay, let's get, for the record, the name?
Erika Terwilliger.
Terwilliger. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the show. What did you think of that show?
It was huge.
Huge, yeah.
Right? The numbers?
Well, this was your second Arizona show.
Second Arizona.
So what was that?
The 2 years prior, same show.
Same show, so.
And what was the outcome there?
Second C class.
So that felt good, right?
Yes,
To come back, win your class.
Yeah, little vindication.
Yeah.
Won it, right?
Yeah, well, we were there. We didn't watch the whole show because we had our show at the show. But we had the privilege of watching the overall for you, and we watched your classes in figure. And Mike and I, we were battling out there.
We were battling, and we literally were where the judges were.
We were the judges.
So
yeah, we're battling. Erika's battling on stage. And let's just be honest, you said you liked her body the best, but you thought that the girl who won was going to take the overall only because she was a little softer. Is that right?
Well, and this is before her or anybody, me subjectively, I looked at it. I picked the other girl to win. I picked her to win because I thought her balance and aesthetically, she was put together more. You had more muscle than her. There's no question about it. But aesthetically looking, it followed the Alicia Coates body. So that's kind of where I went with that.
And I disagree. I thought she had more of Alicia Coates' body because of the conditioning. Her back, she was the only competitor in the show that had glutes and hamstrings. So I disagree, and that's the beautiful thing about bodybuilding, it is subjective. So if we were on the panel, our votes would have been nullified because I disagree with you.
Well, and it was obvious too, I think that they were 1-2, and they were looking at you guys, obviously they're in the overall. So what were you thinking when you were called the winner of your class, you're standing back there waiting for the overall? We felt that feeling. What were you feeling?
Oh, well, the cool feeling was that I had no idea I was going to be competing against her for the overall.
Right.
I actually thought the girl that won Junior Masters was going to be lined up with me. So I really didn't even know until we were walking out, and immediately going on the stage, I was like, there's my competition. So for sure, and then they lined us up and moved us back and forth. I knew it was between us.
Yeah. Were you on the outside to start, and then they moved you in,
Yes.
right?
And then continued to move us together.
Right.
So I knew it was
I was the whole time, people, like, that one right there, she should win the overall. And after it was over, I ran backstage and I was like, hey, I thought you should have won the overall.
Did.
So I'm glad you had me on the show.
Thank you.
So now that you've won your class here, I guess next it's going to be a national show?
Yes. Not sure 100% which one, but definitely gotten feedback that I've got a good look for nationals. So give it a try.
Yeah, a good look for nationals. Okay, humble is the word right now because it was a pro-am, and I looked at all the photos. I watched the pro-am, I watched the bigger girls, and this girl, Erika Terwilliger, got it right. She was more conditioned. She had a pro physique up there. I'm not just saying that because you're on our show, but hell of a physique. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we were talking a little bit before the show about your show,
Right.
my show, and we're thinking maybe if you're going to go out and do the Olympics,
Maybe USA's, maybe North America's. We'll see.
But I think too, that's the good thing where you're at now. You're at a good point, and get some good people that are behind you that have your best interest, and figure out if you've never done a national show before.
Never.
We talk about it all the time. There's quite a few people in this gym that are on that national level. It's an eye opener. It's a huge eye opener when you get back there. And so do your homework, pick every person's brain, you know what I mean, and get in there and just kind of compare yourself, legitimately compare yourself to the girls that are at the show that you want to do. See what it is, it's a humbling experience.
Oh my
for
God.
sure.
They're all amazing, I'm sure.
I'm like, oh, this guy's in my class? Well, no, he's in middleweight.
Well, because we're all the best in our
Light heavy,
gyms,
what?
you know what I mean? We're
Right.
all the best in our gyms. It's collectively the best of everybody, you know, and so, but you'll do well, you know, you'll do well. I'm anxious to see how you look.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So tell us how'd you get into this? What got you into the whole competing?
Well, I've always been super athletic. And then after having kids, of course, you want your body back. And a little bit of you time. So Prozac is the gym for me. Constantly in the gym. It's my place to go and forget everything else
Sure.
and make it about me. I forget work, children, everything. So super athletic sister who was in fitness for years, and she just kind of
Did she
promoted me and said, you got to do this. You're right for it.
Yeah. Have you always had this kind of muscle on you? I mean, just naturally?
Yes.
Yeah. I know you work. You told us you have worked with a nutritionist.
Yes.
David Hill.
David Hill,
I
he
got
has
that
nutrition,
down.
yeah.
Okay, that was an easy
amazing.
Well, obviously, and you did everything he told you to do.
I would eat cardboard if David told me to eat
Right.
cardboard.
Now, do you work with him all year round, or does he just get you ready for your
Majority
shows?
of the year, but we did talk about he's definitely going to even help me through this off season,
Sure.
just to make sure I bring the best package this coming
Absolutely.
year. I've had some changes in my work schedule. It's going to allow me to be able to do more stuff on the weekends and all the shows that I want to do.
Sure.
So
Well,
it's my year.
those of you that don't know Erika Terwilliger, she does MRI. She gives people headaches for a living. And one thing she's proud of, not only is she a national level girl, figure competitor, but she lives a normal life. She puts her kids first. I think that's something I try to do myself as a father. And I look up
His
to
wife
her.
will beg to differ.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, because that brings up a good
Okay,
question.
just-
Sorry, I had to cut you off.
Okay.
Because I wanted to go
Okay.
back to the kids thing and finding the balance. How do you do it?
When they're at school
Because I think it's a challenge for a lot of people.
is when I work out. If one toilet doesn't get done for the day, that's just going to be the way it
That's
rolls.
right.
But I'm going to the gym.
Sure.
If it means a little extra sleep deprivation, I'm fitting it in.
Now, you're married,
Yes,
so how does your husband, is he a support system on all this?
completely.
It's awesome.
Yep, we're opposites on that. He doesn't work out, but that's, I think, where he almost understands it a little bit more. Because
Sure.
he says that's your thing.
Do your thing
Yeah.
and support you
Yeah,
through it.
exactly.
That's awesome, you gotta have that.
Was he at the show?
He actually, it was sold out, so he couldn't get in.
Oh my God.
Standing outside was
Oh,
roses.
jeez.
Yeah. But hey.
That makes me want to give him a pass.
Right.
Well, I know that you go into a show and you don't compete for a seat like you. You're not competing for second place. Okay, you compete to win. You compete to win the overall. I thought you had a really good attitude. Walking off stage, maybe it was your energy that I could feel. But there's a little disappointment there. But I just, as a consolation prize from IFBB here, you brought a hell of a package, and we do think that when we say that you have proficiency compared to some of those girls, you really did. So you did a hell of a job. And to know David Hill.
Right.
Those of you who are looking for a nutritionist, how do we hook up this guy?
He is P Nutrition. Go online, you'll find him. He's amazing. He's helping quite a few
And
athletes.
so you do your own personal training?
I do my own personal training.
Personally train yourself?
Personally train myself.
And then who taught you all the mandatory basics?
His wife has actually helped me, and my sister, of course, with posing.
Oh, okay. So
Well,
she-
and if you too, you have an athletic background, it's probably a little bit easier to start picking up and have the confidence. I think more than
Right.
anything, girls or guys for that matter, if you're posing and you don't have the confidence in yourself.
Well, who do you look at right now that you would say,
That's who I want to see it.
yeah, like, okay, before you even competed, okay, was it Rachel McGill, whoever it was a long time ago, but who did you
Or
look
even now,
No,
like-
who did you look at in the past and who do you look at now that you really look up to?
Wow. Nicole Wilkins brought a really cool package
Yes, she
last
did.
year.
How about
She-
that transformation?
That is cool. I think that's the best I've ever seen her in
Yeah.
photos. Prior, I always thought she obviously was amazing, but this was
Look out, Nicole.
the top.
Alicia Coates. She's
Yeah,
coming for you.
that was amazing. I don't know, they're all amazing. Girls even outside of figure in the fitness, I love some of their looks. Tangi, Johnson, all of them, they're great.
Yeah. What about Whitney Jones? She's going to be on the show tomorrow.
I haven't really seen Whitney's look too much. A couple times recently because she did the Olympia. She looked great.
My God.
Right?
That's probably one of the best physiques I've seen.
Yeah,
As far as conditioning.
that's what I love about fitness. They come in a little hard,
Yeah, I know.
right? If only I could dance and move.
Right?
So you didn't take the overall. It was definitely between the two of you. What did Duke say?
Feedback was if he had nitpick, maybe a little bit more in legs, get a nice sweep, but that was it.
Nice sweep. I have a picture where you.
Right?
What is he talking about?
I thought the legs looked good, but hey.
Yeah. Well, Erika Terwilliger. I mean, look at her legs, look at her physique. Impressive.
Let me ask you this, Erika. If and when you get your card, will you compete as a pro as well?
I don't know. You know?
Really?
I just take it one day at a
Sure.
time. I'm
Is it your
so
lifelong?
lonely
It's not
to
your
me.
life. It's not your lifelong dream to be an IFBB pro.
No.
I know
That's
that
why
like
it's so cool to
Mike
just
probably
do
made
it,
this decision.
right?
He embarked on that as a dream
But
probably 10
at
years
the
ago.
point you're at now, though, it's time to think about it a little bit more serious. I mean, you're putting your
can't
body
do it.
through quite a bit, and you're going to the national level. The next step is pro.
Right.
So you kind of got to start thinking about that, you know, because
Wait, what would happen? Let's say you go and you go to Masters Nationals, wherever you go, and you get your pro card. Would you do anything with that? Would you maybe have a website
or maybe compete here at the Phoenix Pro
Right?
or the Felicia Romero show next
Right.
year.
That would be a
Little
really good one.
hometown battle, Alicia Coates.
That's right.
Oh, in the
She's so
pocket.
awesome. In the pocket.
Tell us about North Dakota.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Not a
what
lot
is
to
in
do.
North Dakota?
Nothing.
Well, that's probably why she's so
That's
down
why
to
you
earth.
become so athletic, I think.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's all about sports. Playing with the boys. I played boys league baseball all the way almost to high school. So
What?
yeah.
What position?
Catcher.
Really?
Yeah, I had the best stance. Get down there, I could hold it the longest.
Well, that's probably why she has glutes.
Why? Wow.
Plus
Okay.
one.
Right?
So North Dakota, what else is there to do there besides shovel snow?
Hunt.
Hunt?
Yes.
How'd you get to Phoenix?
My parents didn't want us to think that that's all there was. to
Right?
life.
Yeah.
And so then we just thought, yeah.
So you've been here for quite a while then.
Oh yeah. Like junior high.
Oh, geez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're an East Side girl?
East side girl.
Yeah.
This was a track.
You got a nice track home too.
Yeah.
Decent traffic will be tied
Right,
down.
right.
I think it was what, hour and 15 minutes. to be
Hour
here?
and 15
I know.
minutes.
I spoke with Jen today, and I'm like, hey, you were doing chest today. I probably don't want to train with us, but it's too bad we weren't doing legs because then we would just, you know.
I would have been late with you.
Till,
Ooh, MetroFlex.
yeah.
You don't think this has a sweet dude?
So,
You have anybody out there that you want to thank before we get out of here?
Obviously, the family, that's the most important. They're the biggest supporters probably. PSP and David Hill and Jen, they're amazing. My sister wouldn't be here probably without her.
Do you have an email address? Because here's what's out there, a really big population that doesn't get hit is women that have children, that are in your bracket, that are in your life, that part. Is there anything that someone could get a hold of you if they wanted to shoot you out an email, just a question or something?
Sure. Terwilliger, TERWILLIGER_77 @ yahoo.com.
Cool, that's very cool.
it's good. So any supplement companies, maybe
Girl needs a sponsor.
she does not have a sponsor, or anybody that just wants to have a Q&A with Erika, she'd probably be happy to
I'd
help.
love it.
That'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
All right. So tell us something else before we get out of here.
Something we don't know.
I don't know. This has just been so humbling. I'm digging every day of it.
Yeah.
Just learning about her every time I get on stage.
Where's your trophy at?
Wow.
Where'd you put it?
In the closet.
In the
What?
closet. What?
It's on the shelf, though. It's on the shelf.
Good Lord, let it breathe.
Right?
Poor kid.
I've got some really cool, like my husband's made up some photos that he had framed, and that hangs over the scale in the bathroom. It's a reminder, me posing. You don't want to get out of check.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I looked at, I always try to get a little dirt on my guests, on our guests, on our show. We, you know, doing a
He's so
high.
possessive.
And I couldn't find anything. I wish I would have known you from North Dakota. Now after the show, I'm going to find out all this stuff. But looking at your contest history, it's an uncommon last name, Terwilliger. I got it. And she's got brown hair. I'm like, that's not her. And I looked
Looks
closely.
million.
And I'm like, oh, it is her. And then that was the last picture that I looked at you.
Right.
And then she comes in the gym tonight, didn't recognize you without the protein.
Right.
So, yeah.
Little white.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Oh, don't worry, girl. We can bolt that.
Oh, you might not be.
You guys are both white.
Yeah.
So we get together.
Right? Right?
Well, let's put on a show for the fans here. Let's see a little.
Let's see a gun show. It's kind of one of our deals before we go.
That's good.
And
And
let's
just do a
try
little.
that tricep again.
Yeah.
Oh, still some straight
And yeah, close it out with the front butterfly for us.
Oh, front or side?
Side butterfly.
Nice stuff, right?
Very nice. Right on. Well, Erika Terwilliger, Mike Best, Vincent VJ Hils on the Mike and V Bodybuilding Show. We want to thank our sponsors, MHTH, Peoria Ford,
Big AZ Promotions, Iron Infinity, of
MetroFlex
course,
Gym.
MetroFlex Gym, our filmer.
our filmer, Aaron.
Yeah.
And dude, Charles Curtis, dude.
Of course,
right
Charles
here.
Curtis in the house, soon to be pro.
That's right. Erica, thanks a lot. You rock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks guys, we're out.